Dante's Boxing Nation. On the track.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So some disappointing news when it comes to BJ Saunders. It was just reported by Eddie Hearn that BJ Saunders actually turned down the opportunity to fight against Demetrius Andrade next. And if he were to beat Demetrius Andrade, he would have got a shot at Canelo Alvarez. And this was a big deal. This was a big money deal for BJ Saunders. So we know that this had nothing to do with him not getting the money that he wanted. For whatever reason, he turned down the fight. Eddie Hearn speculates it has something to do with ESPN and Top Rank. And if that is the case, that's really unfortunate because Tyson Fury and Bob Arum, they already killed the Wilder versus Fury rematch. So now we have another fight that would have been really big in the middleweight division, and it would have been somewhat of a tournament in the middleweight division when you have Saunders versus Andrade, you have Canelo versus Jacobs, you have Jermall Charlo, who is Canelo's mandatory. So Canelo, if he were to beat Jacobs, he's going to have to fight Jermall Charlo eventually or give up his belt. So you have all these great potential fights at 160, and now we hear that Billy Joe Saunders does not want to fight against Demetrius Andrade. Instead, BJ Saunders, he's planning on going up to 168 to fight some guy by the name of Shifat Isufi, if I said his name right. I've never heard of him. Now, there was talks that that fight was supposed to be for the WBO title at 168, for Gilberto Ramirez's title, but Gilberto Ramirez, he just announced that he's not giving up his belt. He's just going up to 175 just to try out the division. So I can't understand why BJ Saunders would turn down such a great offer to fight against a Canelo Alvarez and a Demetrius Andrade, and neither can Eddie Hearn understand it. Matter of fact, this is what Eddie Hearn had to say about BJ moving up to 168 and not taking the offer. They announced the fight for the WBO Super Middleweight Champion of the world. It's clearly not for the WBO Super Middleweight World Championship at the moment. I'm guessing it was part of the whole Tyson Fury, ESPN, Queensberry, Top Rank deal that this process would happen. And I guess it's not happening. I guess Gabriel Ramirez said, no, I'm not going to vacate. I mean, he may do it if he's given a deal to move up. At the moment, BJ Saunders against Shifat Isufi is not for the WBO Super Middleweight World title. So if he wants to come back down and take the fight he should be taking against Demetrius Andrade and the deal he was offered, which was an absolute fortune, and then fight Canelo after, it was a big deal that he was offered, a huge deal. End quote. So once again, guys, I don't understand BJ Saunders' thought process in making a move like that. It makes no sense at all. But the good news for Demetrius Andrade is he's still in position to get the winner of Canelo versus Danny Jacobs. Let's see what happens in the near future. I got to go ahead and get out of here right now, so I'm going to wrap this up. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.
Take your striking game to the next level with the Focus Ball. Dramatically improved footwork, timing, accuracy, every reflex, head movement, and striking technique. Train every time, everywhere with the Focus Ball.